Elon Musk steps out of his private jet and into one of his 6 Gulfstream aircraft worth over $30 million each. The richest man on the planet, worth over $200 billion, doesn't just travel between his numerous mansions, he travels between his numerous companies that are reshaping human civilization itself. This same Elon Musk once showered at the YMCA because he couldn't afford an apartment while building his first company. He slept on the factory floor during Tesla's darkest days, coming within weeks of total bankruptcy and the collapse of his reputation. The bullied boy from South Africa who was once hospitalized after being thrown down a flight of stairs now makes global markets rise or fall with a single tweet. His empire spans the earth and reaches toward Mars. Tesla revolutionized electric vehicles. SpaceX made reusable rockets that seemed impossible. Neuralink aims to merge human brains with computers. And his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter, now X, gave him control over one of the world's most influential communication platforms. Now he extends his reach into government itself, with President-elect Donald Trump appointing him to co-lead DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. But Musk's ambitions have spawned equally explosive controversies: SEC fraud charges, workplace discrimination lawsuits, failed promises of self-driving cars, accusations of market manipulation, and increasingly erratic public behavior that has alienated former allies and raised questions about the stability of the man controlling technologies that affect billions of lives. What drives someone to risk everything repeatedly, even after achieving more wealth than most countries? Is he the visionary who will save humanity by making us a multi-planetary species? Or a dangerous billionaire whose unchecked power and technological gambles might cause more harm than good? This is the uncensored story of Elon Musk, a man whose brilliance, ambition, and controversy are reshaping our world, whether we like it or not. Before Elon Musk became one of the most influential figures in technology, he was a quiet, book-obsessed child who spent more time reading than socializing. Growing up in South Africa, he didn't fit in. He was bullied, introverted, and always thinking about the future. But even as a child, there were signs of the ambitious entrepreneur he would become. From teaching himself programming at 12 years old to selling his first video game before he was a teenager, Musk was always searching for ways to turn ideas into reality. His early years were marked by challenges, financial struggles, and risky decisions that led him from Pretoria to Silicon Valley. The journey to his first fortune wasn't easy, but it set the foundation for everything he would build. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. He grew up in a privileged but emotionally difficult household. His father, Errol Musk, was a wealthy engineer, while his mother, May Musk, was a model and dietitian. Despite financial stability, Musk's relationship with his father was strained, and he later described his childhood as painful and isolated. From a young age, Musk had an unusual fascination with books. While other kids were outside playing, he was buried in science fiction novels, encyclopedias, and physics textbooks. His love for knowledge was so intense that he read through his school's entire library before moving on to more advanced material. His curiosity went far beyond the classroom, pushing him to absorb everything he could about science, technology, and the world around him. But intelligence didn't make him popular. Musk was small, quiet, and socially awkward, making him a target for bullies. He was once beaten so badly by classmates that he had to be hospitalized. Despite the constant harassment, he never stopped learning. If anything, the struggles pushed him to dream even bigger. While many kids spent their free time watching TV, Musk was learning to code. By 12 years old, he had taught himself computer programming using a manual and an old computer. It didn't take long before he created his first video game, Blastar, a simple space-themed game that he sold for $500 to a magazine. It was a small amount, but for a 12-year-old, it was life-changing. He had just proven that he could make money from technology, something that would later define his entire career. His passion for computers grew, but South Africa wasn't the best place for an aspiring tech entrepreneur. The country was politically unstable, and Musk knew that if he wanted to change the world, he had to leave. At 17 years old, Musk left South Africa determined to start fresh in North America. He knew the United States was the center of innovation, but first he had to get there. Since his mother was Canadian, he secured a Canadian passport and moved to Ontario in 1989. His first years in Canada were far from glamorous. Musk worked low-pay jobs just to survive, including cleaning boilers, shoveling dirt, and working in lumber mills. Despite the struggles, he refused to give up. Eventually, he enrolled at Queen's University in Ontario before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. At Penn, he pursued physics and economics, a combination that would later influence his approach to business and technology. He wasn't just learning how to make money, he was learning how to shape the future. After graduating, Musk was accepted into a PhD program at Stanford University to study energy physics, but he barely lasted 2 days. The internet boom was happening, and he knew he couldn't waste time sitting in classrooms. In 1995, he dropped out and moved to Silicon Valley, where tech startups were beginning to take over the world. With almost no money, he and his brother Kimball Musk launched their first company, Zip2, a software business that helped newspapers transition to the internet. At the time, very few people understood how powerful the internet would become, but Musk saw the opportunity. He lived in the office, showered at a nearby YMCA, and worked non-stop to build Zip2 into a successful company. After 4 years of grinding, Zip2 was acquired for $307 million in 1999. Musk walked away with $22 million, marking his first major financial success. But instead of relaxing, he was already planning his next move. Fresh off his Zip2 success, Musk used $10 million of his earnings to launch XCOM, an ambitious attempt to revolutionize online banking. His goal was simple: make financial transactions faster, easier, and completely digital. In 2000, XCOM merged with a rival company to form PayPal, a name that would later become one of the biggest online payment platforms in the world. But Musk's leadership style wasn't always smooth. He clashed with executives and was eventually pushed out as CEO. Even though he was forced out, he still held major shares in the company. When PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002, Musk received $180 million, setting him up for even bigger ventures. Most people would have stopped there. With nearly $200 million in the bank, Musk could have retired comfortably. Instead, he took his fortune and risked it all. In 2002, he founded SpaceX, determined to make space travel cheaper and more accessible. Many thought he was crazy. Private companies didn't build rockets, governments did. But Musk was convinced that space exploration needed a new approach. At the same time, he invested in Tesla, a struggling electric car company that most believed would fail. The auto industry was dominated by gas-powered vehicles, and electric cars were considered impractical. Musk ignored the critics and doubled down on his vision for sustainable energy. By 2008, both companies were on the verge of collapse. Tesla was running out of money, and SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. Musk was at risk of losing everything. But instead of giving up, he made one final push. SpaceX successfully launched its 4th rocket, securing a NASA contract, while Tesla received last-minute funding to survive. Musk had bet his entire fortune and won. Elon Musk's early years were filled with risks, failures, and moments where everything could have fallen apart, from being bullied as a child to dropping out of Stanford, nearly going bankrupt, and almost losing Tesla and SpaceX. Every step of his journey was a gamble. But those risks built the foundation for the empire he controls today. His success didn't come from luck. It came from relentless ambition, a willingness to challenge industries, and a refusal to quit, even when failure seemed inevitable. Elon Musk is one of the richest people in the world, yet his approach to wealth is unlike that of most billionaires. While others build empires of luxury, Musk has repeatedly claimed that he isn't interested in material possessions. He's sold off most of his real estate, given up traditional luxury homes, and even stated that he prefers living in a tiny prefabricated house near his SpaceX headquarters in Texas. But for all his claims of minimalism, Musk's lifestyle still reflects the power and influence that come with being a billionaire. Private jets, rare supercars, high-stakes investments, and extravagant projects have all played a role in shaping his public image. Whether he admits it or not, Musk's fortune extends far beyond Tesla and SpaceX, and the way he spends it is as unconventional as his career. At one point, Musk owned a collection of luxury homes worth over $100 million, including multiple estates in California. These weren't just standard high-end properties, they were massive mansions, some designed with futuristic architecture and cutting-edge technology. His most famous property was a giant estate in Bel Air, complete with a theater, library, and views of the Los Angeles skyline. He later expanded his portfolio, acquiring several other properties in the area, including homes once owned by Hollywood legends. Then, in 2020, Musk shocked the world by announcing that he was selling all of his houses, claiming he wanted to own no physical possessions. It was a dramatic statement, but one that aligned with his vision of focusing entirely on innovation and the future of humanity. He followed through with his promise, selling off his California mansions for hundreds of millions of dollars. Today, he claims to live in a $50,000 prefabricated home, a tiny portable residence located near SpaceX's Starbase. Despite this public image of downsizing, Musk still spends time in luxury properties owned by friends, family, or his various companies. While he may no longer officially own extravagant mansions, he certainly hasn't given up access to high-end living. Musk's real estate choices may have changed, but one thing remains consistent: his use of private jets. As the CEO of multiple global companies, he travels constantly, and commercial flights simply don't fit his schedule. His preferred mode of travel is a Gulfstream G650ER, one of the most advanced and luxurious private jets available. Valued at over $70 million, the aircraft features high-speed Wi-Fi, plush leather seating, conference areas, and a state-of-the-art entertainment system. Unlike his houses, Musk has never expressed an interest in giving up his private jet. In fact, his jet usage has sparked controversy, with critics accusing him of excessive carbon emissions while promoting sustainability through Tesla. Flight trackers have even monitored his every move, exposing just how often he relies on private air travel. For Musk, the jet isn't about luxury, it's about efficiency. He frequently takes flights between Tesla's headquarters in Texas, SpaceX's launch sites, and international meetings, ensuring that every second of his time is optimized. As the CEO of Tesla, Musk has access to some of the most advanced electric vehicles on the planet, but his car collection isn't just limited to Teslas. It includes some of the rarest and most valuable vehicles ever made. One of his most famous cars is a McLaren F1, a hypercar known for its incredible speed and value. When Musk sold PayPal in the early 2000s, he rewarded himself with this legendary vehicle, only to crash it in spectacular fashion without insurance. His collection also includes a Tesla Roadster, famously launched into space aboard a SpaceX rocket. Also, a Lotus Esprit submarine car, inspired by the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, and a Ford Model T, one of the most iconic cars in automotive history. Despite his passion for cars, Musk is more focused on reshaping the future of transportation than collecting rare vehicles. His investments in Tesla, electric trucks, and self-dreaming technology suggest that he is more interested in innovation than nostalgia. While many billionaires invest in real estate, stocks, and traditional businesses, Musk prefers bold, futuristic projects that could change the world. His investments extend beyond Tesla and SpaceX, including ventures in Neuralink, The Boring Company, and artificial intelligence research. Musk pours his fortune into projects aimed at reshaping the future, from artificial intelligence to space travel, each designed to tackle challenges he believes will define humanity's next era. One of his most controversial financial moves has been his involvement in cryptocurrency. Musk has repeatedly influenced the market through tweets and endorsements, particularly with Bitcoin and Dogecoin. His public statements have led to massive price swings, making him one of the most influential figures in the crypto space. Despite his unpredictable investment strategies, Musk has proven time and time again that he's willing to take risks others wouldn't dare to. Musk's wealth isn't just tied up in businesses and investments, it's also connected to some of the most ambitious and bizarre projects in modern history. One of the most famous is Starbase, the futuristic city he's building in Texas to serve as SpaceX's primary launch site. While technically a spaceport, Musk envisions it as a self-sustaining community where people can live and work while preparing for missions to Mars. Then there's Neuralink, a company focused on developing brain-computer interfaces. While still in early stages, Musk has suggested that Neuralink could one day allow humans to merge with artificial intelligence, cure neurological diseases, and even communicate telepathically. The Boring Company, another one of Musk's ventures, has built experimental underground tunnels designed to revolutionize urban transportation. His Las Vegas tunnel project, featuring autonomous Tesla vehicles, is already in operation. For Musk, luxury isn't about material things, it's about creating things that others can't. His projects, though sometimes criticized as unrealistic, reflect a mindset focused on long-term impact rather than short-term extravagance. Elon Musk's approach to wealth is unlike that of traditional billionaires. He has sold off his mansions, ditched traditional luxury, and reinvested his fortune into high-risk projects. Yet his lifestyle still includes private jets, multi-million-dollar investments, and access to the most elite technology in the world. While he may not live in gold-plated penthouses or throw extravagant parties, his influence extends far beyond traditional displays of wealth. With his fortune tied to ambitious projects rather than traditional luxuries, Musk's approach to wealth raises a debate. Is he redefining what it means to be a billionaire, or is he too consumed by the future to enjoy the present? Elon Musk doesn't just build companies, he builds industries. His vision has pushed boundaries in electric vehicles, space travel, artificial intelligence, and social media, making him one of the most disruptive figures in modern history. But Musk's career hasn't been about slow, steady progress. It has been a series of bold risks, last-minute rescues, and breakthrough innovations that have reshaped entire markets. Some of his ventures seemed destined to fail. Tesla was on the verge of collapse, SpaceX lost multiple rockets, and Twitter turned into a battleground. But time and time again, he found a way to turn things around. From launching rockets into orbit to transforming how people drive, his accomplishments are not just business successes, they are milestones that define the future of technology. When Musk first invested in Tesla in 2004, electric cars were seen as impractical, expensive, and doomed to fail. The auto industry was dominated by gasoline-powered vehicles, and previous electric models had been dismissed as niche products. But Musk was convinced that electric cars weren't just a possibility, they were the future. Despite early struggles, including production issues and financial crises, Tesla gradually established itself as the leader in high-performance electric vehicles. The Tesla Roadster, Model S, and Model X proved that electric cars could be powerful, stylish, and commercially viable. But Tesla's real breakthrough came with the Model 3, a mass-market electric car that made sustainable transportation more accessible to the average consumer. It became the best-selling EV in history, shattering expectations and forcing legacy automakers to take electric vehicles seriously. Today, Tesla is valued at hundreds of billions of dollars, with Musk steering the company toward advancements in self-driving technology, AI-driven automation, and sustainable energy solutions. What was once a struggling startup is now a force that has redefined the auto industry. Space exploration was once controlled entirely by governments, with companies playing little role beyond building parts for NASA. Musk set out to change that. When he founded SpaceX in 2002, the idea of a private company developing reusable rockets and launching humans into space seemed unrealistic. But after years of trial and failure, SpaceX delivered groundbreaking success. The company became the first privately funded organization to send a spacecraft into orbit, paving the way for commercial spaceflight. SpaceX has achieved several groundbreaking milestones that have reshaped space travel. In 2008, the company launched Falcon 1, marking the first time a privately developed rocket successfully reached orbit. This achievement paved the way for larger, more advanced spacecraft. Next came Falcon 9, a reusable rocket that revolutionized the industry by significantly reducing launch costs. SpaceX also developed Dragon, a spacecraft designed to transport cargo to the International Space Station, proving that private companies could handle critical NASA missions. One of its most historic moments came with the first commercial crewed mission, where SpaceX successfully launched astronauts into orbit aboard a privately built and operated spacecraft, further cementing its role in the future of space exploration. Perhaps the most ambitious project is Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft designed for deep space missions, including future voyages to Mars. While Tesla and SpaceX focus on transportation in space, Musk's company Neuralink is tackling something entirely different: the human brain. Neuralink's goal is to develop brain-computer interfaces allowing people to control devices with their minds. The technology could have life-changing applications, such as helping paralyzed individuals regain movement, improving cognitive abilities, and even merging human intelligence with artificial intelligence. Though the project is still in its early stages, Neuralink has already performed successful tests on animals and is working toward human trials. If the technology advances as Musk envisions, it could be one of the most transformative breakthroughs in neuroscience. In 2022, Musk made an unexpected move. He bought Twitter for $44 billion. The acquisition was one of the most controversial business deals in recent history, sparking debates over free speech, digital censorship, and the future of social media. After taking over, Musk immediately fired top executives, changed verification policies, reinstated banned accounts, and rebranded Twitter as X. While some praised his push for open dialogue, others criticized the chaotic rollout of new features and mass layoffs within the company. Despite the backlash, Musk remained firm in his belief that Twitter, or rather X, should become a platform for free expression, financial transactions, and AI-driven communication. His vision for X is still unfolding, but one thing is clear: social media has never seen an owner like Elon Musk. While Musk is known for launching rockets and electric cars, he's also attempting to transform underground transportation. The Boring Company, one of his lesser-known ventures, is focused on building tunnels to reduce urban congestion and improve city infrastructure. One of its most notable projects is the Las Vegas Loop, a tunnel system designed to transport passengers quickly through the city using Tesla vehicles. Though some critics argue that Musk's vision for Hyperloop travel is overly ambitious, his ability to challenge conventional thinking continues to push innovation forward. Musk has been vocal about the potential risks of AI, warning that artificial intelligence could become a serious threat if not properly controlled. Despite this, he has invested heavily in AI research, robotics, and automation. Tesla has made advancements in self-driven technology, while Musk has also backed projects related to general artificial intelligence and machine learning. His latest AI initiative, xAI, aims to develop AI that understands the nature of the universe, suggesting that Musk's ambitions extend beyond business and into the realm of philosophy and scientific discovery. Elon Musk has held the title of the world's richest person, with his net worth fluctuating between $150 billion and $300 billion, reflecting the massive success of his ventures. In 2018, Musk made history by launching the first car into space, sending a Tesla Roadster aboard a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, an event that symbolized his vision for interplanetary travel. He also became the first entrepreneur to run multiple billion-dollar companies at the same time, leading groundbreaking ventures in automotive, aerospace, social media, and artificial intelligence. One of his most revolutionary contributions to space exploration is the development of the world's first reusable rocket system, a breakthrough that dramatically reduced the cost of spaceflight and positioned SpaceX as the leader in commercial space travel. His ability to operate at the highest level across multiple industries is something rarely seen in business, making him a unique figure in modern history. Few entrepreneurs have reshaped as many industries as Elon Musk. His impact can be seen in the way people drive, communicate, explore space, and think about the future of artificial intelligence. Despite the criticism, controversies, and high-risk decisions, Musk continues to push boundaries where others hesitate. His approach isn't about following trends, it's about forcing change, disrupting industries, and rewriting the future. Elon Musk has built a reputation as a bold risk-taker, a visionary entrepreneur, and an industry disruptor. But with that success has come controversy, legal battles, and moments that tested both his public image and business empire. From lawsuits and SEC investigations to Twitter feuds and workplace controversies, Musk has never been one to shy away from conflict. His unfiltered comments, unconventional leadership style, and willingness to challenge authority have earned him both admiration and criticism. But have any of these controversies truly threatened his empire? Or has he managed to turn every scandal into just another headline on his path to dominance? Musk's Twitter habits have landed him in legal trouble multiple times, but none were as costly as his infamous "funding secured" tweet in 2018. At the time, Tesla's stock was soaring and rumors of the company going private were circulating. Then, Musk sent out a tweet that shook the financial world. Am considering taking Tesla private at $420, funding secured. Investors went into a frenzy, believing that a major buyout was imminent. But as it turned out, there was no secured funding, at least not in the way Musk suggested. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, quickly launched an investigation, accusing Musk of misleading investors and manipulating Tesla's stock price. As a result, Musk was forced to step down as Tesla's chairman, pay a $20 million fine, and agree to have his tweets monitored before posting financial statements about the company. But the punishment didn't seem to slow him down. In fact, it only cemented his reputation as an unpredictable billionaire who defied Wall Street's rules. Musk's decision to buy Twitter for $44 billion in 2022 was one of the most controversial business moves in recent history. What started as a casual critique of the platform turned into a full-scale acquisition, driven by Musk's belief that Twitter should be a space for absolute free speech. But the takeover quickly spiraled into chaos. After finalizing the deal, Musk fired top executives, dissolved the board, and laid off thousands of employees, leading to concerns about the platform's stability. His changes to Twitter's verification system, allowing anyone to buy a blue checkmark, led to impersonation scandals, fake accounts, and confusion among users. Major advertisers pulled their support, and Twitter's revenue took a hit. While some praised Musk for shaking up the platform, others criticized him for turning Twitter into a battleground of misinformation and controversy. His decision to reinstate banned accounts, including high-profile figures who had violated the platform's policies, added fuel to the fire. Despite the backlash, Musk remained defiant, rebranding Twitter as X and continuing to push his vision for the platform as an all-in-one app for social media, payments, and AI-driven interactions. Musk's companies have been at the center of numerous lawsuits and employee complaints, ranging from unfair labor practices to allegations of unsafe working conditions. Tesla in particular has faced scrutiny for its workplace culture. Reports have surfaced of employees experiencing extreme workloads, verbal abuse from managers, and unsafe conditions in Tesla's factories. Some former workers claim that Tesla discouraged unionization efforts, leading to legal battles with labor rights organizations. Additionally, racial discrimination lawsuits have emerged, with employees accusing Tesla of fostering a toxic work environment. In one case, a black worker was awarded $137 million in damages after alleging repeated racial harassment at a Tesla factory. SpaceX has also faced legal challenges, including claims of gender discrimination and workplace misconduct. While Musk has denied these accusations, critics argue that his hardcore leadership style has created an unhealthy work culture. Despite these legal battles, Tesla and SpaceX continue to thrive, with their rapid growth overshadowing internal controversies. Musk is known for engaging in public disputes, but one of his most infamous feuds nearly cost him millions in damages. In 2018, during the rescue of a group of young boys trapped in a cave in Thailand, Musk publicly clashed with British diver Vernon Unsworth, who was involved in the operation. After Unsworth dismissed Musk's offer to help with a mini-submarine, Musk retaliated by calling him a pedo guy on Twitter. The comment sparked a defamation lawsuit, with Unsworth seeking significant damages. Musk later claimed that the term was simply an insult, not an actual accusation, and after a highly publicized trial, he was found not guilty of defamation. Though Musk avoided financial penalties, the lawsuit raised concerns about his tendency to lash out at critics on social media. Musk's influence extends beyond tech and business. He has played a major role in the cryptocurrency market, sometimes with unpredictable consequences. Through Twitter, Musk has repeatedly hyped Dogecoin, a cryptocurrency originally created as a joke. His endorsement sent Dogecoin's value skyrocketing, turning it into a legitimate investment for traders. But when Musk appeared on Saturday Night Live and jokingly called Dogecoin a hustle, the coin's value plummeted, wiping out millions in investments. Investors later sued Musk for market manipulation, claiming he had intentionally inflated and crashed the cryptocurrency for his own gain. The lawsuit is still ongoing, but it highlights Musk's ability to move markets with a single tweet, a power that has raised concerns among regulators and financial experts. Musk's outspoken political views have also landed him in controversy. Though he was once seen as politically neutral, his recent public endorsements, critiques of government policies, and stance on free speech have sparked debates. His handling of Twitter/X has led to accusations of amplifying misinformation, reinstating controversial figures, and enabling harmful content under the guise of free speech. While some applaud his efforts to challenge censorship, others argue that his approach has made Twitter a more polarized and chaotic platform. Additionally, Musk's comments on government funding, taxation, and regulations have put him at odds with politicians. Despite receiving billions in subsidies for Tesla and SpaceX, he has frequently criticized government intervention in business. In a movie like Twist of Events, in November 2024, President-elect Donald Trump announced that Musk would co-lead the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, ironically abbreviated as DOGE, reminiscent of the cryptocurrency Musk has famously promoted. This advisory role positions the world's richest man to directly influence government spending and bureaucracy, with Trump giving Musk and his co-chair, Vivek Ramaswamy, a mandate to drive large-scale structural reform and potentially slash trillions in government spending. Critics warn about potential conflicts of interest with Musk's vast business empire that relies heavily on government contracts and regulations. Supporters see it as bringing Silicon Valley efficiency to bloated government systems. Either way, it represents yet another unprecedented chapter in the story of a man who continues to defy expectations and accumulate power across every sector he touches. Did you know that while Elon Musk built his fortune across multiple ventures, there's a billionaire who created the world's largest retail giant from a simple online bookstore? Well, that's Jeff Bezos, who became one of the richest men alive through Amazon, and you can explore his empire by clicking on your screen now.